When it comes to trying to create something, you need to remember your why. If you forget the reason why you're creating, the inspiration is going to flatline. Remembering your why can be very difficult, but here's a few tips for remembering or reaccessing the why behind the reason you are putting in hours and hours of effort into something, into whatever it is that you are making. Your audience. Who, when you set out to create this project, who are you imagining is going to be seeing, reading, or interacting with this piece? Is it your mom? Is it your child? Is it your best friend? Who is it? And if it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different people, have it be that. But try to, when you're sitting down and you're feeling like the project is a waste of time, like it's nothing, put that person or group of people right in front of you in your mind. You are writing for them, you are drawing for them, you are making this movie for them. It is an act of giving and of service. And that mind trick of turning the creative process into a selfless act by giving, by just that simple mind twist of the thought process removes a lot of the weight, because the creative process is an inner process, but having a constant inward looking can create a lot of density and a lot of tension mentally and emotionally. So by turning your creative act into a form of, I don't want to say charity, but a form of, I'm doing this for this person, I'm doing this for this kind of person, you're taking a lot of the pressure and a lot of the inward looking off of yourself and allowing your why to then come back in the form of your audience. I hope that made a little bit of sense. If you need more clarity on how to create for an audience, just let me know in the comments below. The next way to reignite the passion behind your why is to literally go back to when you started the project. Were you in a cafe and the idea came to you? Were you having a conversation with a real good friend and then you saw this idea? Wherever you got the idea, go back to the source. Uh, uh, I have a belief that our ideas and emotions, much like ghost hauntings, they get imprinted a bit. So go back to the source where the idea came and try to go back there and energetically reunite with your why. Um, Now, the next thing, if your why no longer resonates with you, let's say you started to write a memoir because you really wanted to share that with your partner because you couldn't have those hard conversations, but you wanted to open up to them. So you've been writing this memoir and you're stutter, you're wanting to share it with them, and then halfway through it, you're realizing, oh, this isn't for my partner, and I don't know who it is for now. Put the project away, and when put the project away and give it some time. There is no shame at all in if you've lost your why. There's no problem with pausing. This the commodification of the arts has made it seem like if you're not constantly creating, you're failing, and that's not the case. You can pause, you can work on something else and come back to it. And oftentimes when you give enough distance and you bring it back, a new why will arise, or the original why will come back through. Because we get, when you're staring at something for so long, you can start, it gets distorted. Just no matter what the thing is, you will start to distort it. It's like repeating the same word over and over again. So then that brings me to the next point, is how do you maintain your why throughout the creative process so that you aren't having to reignite it or remember it. Simple ways, post-it notes in your creative space. That's like a small, simple way. Um, Basically, yeah, you just want to constantly remind yourself. So if it's like audio tape before you sit down to write, that you recorded for yourself, this is why you are making this project. You can that's a totally valid way. In another video, I talked about the trick to choosing one song before you sit down to write and listening to that song to get you into the same headspace every time. Listen to that song. It'll By choosing a song, you can reignite that same feeling and passion. So basically, remind yourself and find tools that are able to positively remind you. You don't need to be a drill sergeant and have it everywhere in your house unless you want to. But just find ways to politely remind yourself of why you are spending all this time, because your time is valuable. And if you forget, if you're not able to remember why you're spending your time, you'll start to resent that you are spending so much of your time, because your time is valuable. So just, if you can remember your why, your creative project is going to go sky high.